Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. My name is Jared. In this video, we're going to go over a miracle that was sent in to me by Maria. It's been a while since I've done a miracles video. Um, Back in December and before, I was asking for people to send in miracles that you've experienced. Specifically, there's a subscriber named Andrea, and she suggested that I should request for miracles to be sent in because President Nelson said in the last conference that we can expect miracles, privileges, and blessings between now and when Christ comes again, as though this is a especially powerful time for that to happen, and that there's going to be a lot of that happening. And so we were wondering, have you experienced that since last general conference? So a whole bunch of people have sent in their miracles. I'm so sorry. If you sent one into me, I am getting to it. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do one miracle at a time and just do kind of like shorter videos focusing on just one miracle. So this one is from Maria. Before we get into it, here's the update on the Book of Mormon Sharing Challenge. We're at 4,563. That's up 12 from the day before. Now, this is only updated as of yesterday. Today's the 15th when I'm recording this. So I haven't had a chance this morning to do that yet, but I'll do it later. I'm going to be doing an interview with Jen Stevens. She is the one that her sister-in-law wrote like the little poem to share the Book of Mormon for Christmas. It was like a Christmas type poem type thing. So I'm going to be talking to her today a little bit later after I'm done doing this. So I haven't updated this yet, but so we're up 12 from the day before, and then the number of shares is at 396, which is up 4 from the day before that. Getting pretty close to 400, which is really good. Hoping to get this into the thousands because there are thousands of you watching. So please join this challenge. Let me know when you share a Book of Mormon. I'll get you updated. And then 21 people meeting with the missionaries and 3 baptisms. So this is awesome. Thank you for being part of this challenge. Who knows how far it can go? There's basically no limit. The limit is how many you're willing to share the Book of Mormon with. Okay, so Maria, hi, and I haven't read this, by the way, so I have no idea what she's going to say. All I did is I made sure that she didn't want to remain anonymous. Okay. Hi, Jared. My name is Maria. I've been listening to your videos for quite a while now, and like I stated in one of my comments, I feel the spirit when listening to them, and also feel inspired to share Book of Mormon thanks to your encouragement. This is the Lord's work, and He is working through you. Thank you, Maria. Yes, I'm really hoping that this Book of Mormon challenge will do a lot of good. It already has, clearly, because some people have been baptized, but let's see what the limits are. Let's push it. Okay, my miracle. My husband had the opportunity to travel to our home country for the first time in 22 years. We are from Uruguay and from the tribe of Manasseh. By the way, I love Uruguay. I love all South American countries, but when I was on my mission, we met with people that were from Uruguay and Argentina, and they introduced me to mate, yerba mate. And if you guys don't know what that is, let me pull it up really quick. Let's see, yerba mate. You may have heard of it before. Let's just go to this website. No, it's not. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's go to the Wikipedia article. It's basically like an herbal tea, and it seems that it's okay as far as like the church is concerned. This is not against the word of wisdom. But the first time I came across this, it was with an Argentinian family that we were meeting with. I think this is when I was in Palma de Mallorca. That's when sorry, I hope you guys don't mind. Let's see. Palma de Mallorca. Right here. Yeah, this is when I had it the first time. It's an island that's off the east coast of Spain. Okay, mine was the Barcelona mission. Barcelona's right there, but I had the blessing of going to the island, which everybody wanted to go to, and for good reason. And here's the main city. So they played a trick on me, and they handed me something that looked just like this, and I was like, "What the heck is this? What? You guys are members of the church? What is this? You know, this looks like some kind of like paraphernalia, like drug paraphernalia or something like that. And anyway, they played a trick on me, and then they let me know that it was okay. And I since realized that it was. I don't know. You can put in the comments what you think about this, but I do know for a fact that members of the church are okay drinking this. It's an herbal tea. I know it looks all crazy, and fun at the same time, and it has an interesting taste, but it grew on me, and I actually love it. I don't really drink it anymore now, but I actually do love yerba mate. Anyway, too much of a tangent there, I guess. Okay, so I plan to go visit the temple on my way back from visiting my son and his family the Saturday after Thanksgiving. As active as we are in the church, my husband doesn't have that desire to go to the temple, so I took that opportunity to go while he wasn't in town. I planned and prayed for this moment about 3 to 4 weeks in advance, but did not make reservations. Some context here. A few months ago, I was doing indexing from Mexico and Guatemala and finding great joy doing it. Maybe you would like to explain what's indexing. Yes, I'll explain. So, if you don't know, with family history, they're trying to digitize all these different records from the past, census records and other things where names and dates and birthdays and death days show up. So you can do it the hard way, which is look at the actual document and try and like find the name, you know, and then once you find it, try and read it. Or you have this indexing effort going on where people have already read the document and then they've digitized the wording so that it's searchable. So if you're looking for John Smith Senior or something like that, it's easier to find him because now his name has been it's not just on a piece of paper, it's not just on a scan, it's been recognized and put into the system that, oh, this document has John Smith Senior's name, and so it's just easier. And so you can do that, go to Family Search, and you can index and help other people. You know, you just go on there and then you just type the names that you see. You read them very carefully and then put in the text. And then that way people can find that name easier. Okay, a couple months after that, um, I received a notification from Family Search saying that I have new family names in my tree. So someone else find my husband's family by doing indexing. Yeah, so you see this? So somebody else was kind enough to consecrate their time and do indexing, and it kind of makes me wish that I did that. Maybe that would probably be a good Sunday activity if you're looking for a way to uh, keep the Sabbath day holy. I think indexing would be a very good activity. But look, somebody did it and it blessed Maria's life. So someone else found my husband's family by doing indexing. So I have this lady's name to do the work. Her name was Petronila. Uh, my daughter did the baptism for her back in October. Oh, by the way, she sent this on December 6th. So that's how far behind. I'm doing these miracle videos in chronological order. So that's how far back I am. So her daughter did her baptism for her back in October, but she kept coming to my mind constantly. I have to keep doing her work. I printed a lot of other names also, just in case I couldn't do hers. I tried to do reservation at the temple a week before going, but it was full and couldn't do it, and I knew it. South Carolina temple is very small and always full. Let's take a look at that South Carolina temple. LDS, is it like Charleston? Let's see. LDS South Carolina temple. Oh, Columbia, South Carolina. Let's take a look here. So this is I hope you guys don't mind just like the tangents, because this is like a not a video where I'm like studying something and go just it's kind of a funner video to do and a little bit more personal. But anyway, yeah, so this is part of the series of temples during President Hinckley's time where they all pretty much look exactly the same. They're all part of a series. Excuse me. So, yeah, and they are pretty small. Um, but they're nice, and it's just good that they do have a temple there in South Carolina. Let's see, LDS temple map. Sorry, I like looking at maps. So out or back east, all the temples are pretty evenly spread. You can see there's probably, I don't know what the average is that you would come to if you like took the distance between temples, but anyway, here's the one in South Carolina, in Columbia. All right, one there, one North Carolina, and then the next closest one would be the Atlanta temple. All right. Okay, so South Carolina temple is very small and always full. Maybe that's a sign that South Carolina is ready for another temple. I guess we'll see this next conference. The whole week I was praying with the opportunity to do the work for Petronila, and I knew I was going to participate in temple that day, but I didn't know what I would be able to do since everything was full. The next ordinance she needed was initiatory, which is a beautiful blessing. I got to the temple 15 minutes before the 10 a.m. session, and they told me that the initiatory session was full for the day, but I could go to endowment uh, as a walk-in. Well, at last I can. Okay, at least I can be in the at least I can be in the temple and do work for another person. Here comes the miracle. As soon as they checked me in, a sister with this beautiful white hair came from inside and said to the brother in the front desk, "We have nobody to do initiatories. We have nothing to do for the next hour. Do you think we can have someone to help us? I am here standing with a smile on my face. This is why I'm here for. Uh, Not just I did this ordinance for Petronila, but for 5 other people." I was so emotional. I told this sister with white hair that she looked like an angel. She said to me, "Petronila must have been a wonderful person, and she must be so happy." I think this was a personal message from the other side of the veil. Now that I'm thinking about it, this might be kind of sacred because of because it's a temple experience. I'm not sure what's appropriate to share, but if you feel it's okay, go ahead and fix whatever you need to. English is not my first language. Believe me, Maria, I understand. I sounded worse when I was on my mission than you do here writing down English. You speak English better than I spoke Spanish, so believe me, I understand. Look and seek for miracles, quote unquote. I try to follow the counsel of the prophet, and as I do, so I feel the presence of the Savior so close to me. Keep up your good work. You're inspiring us all. Sincerely, Maria. Thank you, Maria, and thank you for sharing this. And this is one of those miracles. I tend to think I could be wrong, but I tend to think that um, people that are going to be part of the first resurrection, and when I say first, okay, the people that are going to be resurrected at the time that Christ comes, the ones that are going to come down to the Jews and then later to the world, I get the feeling that they're going to have their temple work done first to participate in that event. I feel like that's what all the rush is about, because it feels like there's like a rush not just to get the living to have their ordinances done, but the dead as well. And I can't explain why that would be, because we have an entire 1,000 years to do it. Um, so I just wonder, in the case of Petronila, if, now that she's getting her work done, if now she will qualify to be at that marriage feast, you know, instead of having to like wait a little bit longer to be resurrected. I don't know that that's how it works. I could be wrong, but whatever the case, um, it was important enough that it required a miracle for her to be able to do this sooner than later. There was some kind of urgency for Petronila. So that does indicate that, and I don't think it's just because like they've been waiting for a long time and they want it. It could be that. It could be like a tender mercy from the Lord, but I tend to think that they're trying to get as many people's work done as soon as possible, and I think I'd imagine that it has to do with the resurrection and getting that stuff done before the resurrection. Um, anyway, it is amazing that that happened. I mean, there you had a hastening of the work, just a little mini hastening of the work just for her, so that she could get this done quicker, and that definitely was a miracle. So. All right, Maria, thank you so much for sending this. I love Uruguay. I wish I could go there someday. Maybe I will. And all I know is that all the Uruguayans that I've ever met, I love them. So, all right, you guys. Again, make sure to share the Book of Mormon. Let me know about it. Put it in a very brief, a very simple message so I can easily find it. And let's try and get this number of shares up in the thousands, not just 400. All right, that's going to be it for this one. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also, make sure to share it, and I'll talk to you guys later.